Hi there, I'm Dr. Stephanie Falk, and I've had several people ask me recently, hey Steph, when's a good time to reach out to a therapist? How do I know that therapy would be beneficial for me or that what I'm dealing with is significant enough to go to therapy? And it's interesting because I think several people that I've talked to recently actually will say, well, I don't feel like my problems are big enough to go see a therapist. And I understand kind of that mentality because I think traditionally speaking, therapy has been associated with problems that are absolutely overwhelming in nature. And for some people, they really are, and that's why they seek help. But for other people, I think that they really just want to explore how to have a little bit more fulfillment in life and how to manage their emotion a little bit better and how to cope better, how to have some better relationships. But it doesn't necessarily mean that those problems are completely all-consuming or problematic day in and day out. I think that most people could stand to benefit from counseling and just having a space to be able to talk about the ways that they think, the ways that they relate, the ways that they cope, and expand on some of those things in terms of fulfillment and growth. Now, having said that, I certainly think that there are some things that indicate, hey, now is a really good time to reach out for a therapist. I think that it's something that you could really stand to benefit from. So, for instance, if you've been experiencing distress, maybe you've had some symptoms of anxiety, so some worry, difficulty concentrating, feeling like you have some racing thoughts or that it's really hard to relax. Or maybe you've had some depressive symptoms float up. So maybe some sadness, maybe some lack of motivation, maybe some irritability, you feel cranky a lot. Then that kind of distress, if it's been experienced for maybe 3-4 weeks, and you don't seem to find relief, even when you try to make some changes in your life. Maybe you try to have a little bit more downtime. Maybe you reach out to friends and family more. Maybe you try to change some of the ways that you're thinking about your life or your circumstances. And if those things don't matriculate in a type of relief from the distress that you're experiencing, then I think that's a pretty good time and place then to reach out for some professional help. I certainly think that there are a couple of instances in which I would definitely recommend that someone reach out for help and sooner than later. And that would be if they're experiencing any type of thoughts about hurting themselves or hurting someone else. And that could range from cutting or burning, that could range from suicidal thoughts to feeling like you want to harm someone else's property or their person. If you're experiencing those kinds of thoughts, then I think that reaching out to a therapist is definitely indicated. And like I said, the sooner the better. In terms of relationships, people sometimes ask me, well, how do I know that now is the right time to reach out for relationship help and support? I think that if you've been in a relationship that's problematic, whether it's a parent-child or sibling relationship, whether it's a dating relationship, marital relationship, and you've been experiencing difficulties for maybe 2 to 3 months or so, and you feel like it's starting to weigh down on you, and maybe initially you thought, well, this is just going to kind of course correct, this is a phase, we're going to work this out. But if you're having difficulty doing that after several months go by, then I think that it's a pretty good point in time to reach out to a therapist, because unfortunately I think sometimes people wait, whether it's a personal issue, or it's a relationship issue, sometimes they wait until it really feels like it has a snowball effect. And so there's a lot more groundwork to cover and things to change when they come in. And so if you can kind of cut it off at the pass a little bit, right? When things start to kind of go down the wrong path, whether it's individually or relationally again, and come in for counseling at that point in time, then I think it's a lot easier to get back on the course and the path that you want to be on. So I hope it's been helpful to listen to this video. If you don't want to miss a video, feel free to subscribe. And I hope this finds you having an absolutely beautiful day. Thank you.